Yes, sir.
You have a seat. If you don't have, please, let's get started.
They are just making noise with the newspaper. What's their chairman?
Shall we pray? Our Father in heaven, we bless your holy name. We thank you, Lord, because in our ways you have been very faithful. We thank you for our gathering today and we commit this into your hand, Lord. That you will have your way and you take absolute control. In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Father. In Jesus' name we are praying.
Amen.
Mustafa, lead us in Muslim prayer.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Please, can you listen?
my colleagues, members of the National Working Committee, and my brothers and sisters and comrades. I can see some state chairmen, some non-NWC members, NEC members, etc., etc. I want to welcome all of us back to our house and to our office. To my recollection, in all the NWC meetings that we have held since June 24th, 2018, when we were elected to office, this is the one that has attracted more cameras, such that I have to stand up, otherwise you won't be able to see me. I do understand that events of the past few weeks, particularly arising from our last NWC meeting that was held on the 14th of January, since then, even if we pretend about it, the truth is we've had challenges within our system. But as one who has worked for a voluntary mass organization all my life, those things are not strange to me. What would be strange is to have a governing party as large as our party, coming from the background that we all come from, different backgrounds, different aspirations, etc. But we are bonded together by a shared vision of building a party that is based on the principle of social democracy, pro-people, pro-poor, one that is committed to ensuring that the instrument of state is used to deliver the greatest good to the greatest number. And that is why, consciously, our party choose to be called All Progressives. So this party belongs to all progressive elements in Nigerian society who wishes to join our party. And it is traditional, if you review international literature, parties that are more to the left means parties that are more concerned with social issues, pro-people, they tend to have more contestations than the conservative parties, where their principle is based on survival of the fittest. What binds us together in this party is a lot more than the sum total of all the challenges that anybody can speak to. And of course, you and I know that when I watch TV, and I'm sure I you do too, and you read commentators, commentary, you will even find people who are not members of our party pronouncing with finality on issues of our party. Let me just give an example. I think between the last were nullified, the court said PDP did not conduct a proper primaries. I don't remember seeing anything on one of those popular channels discussing crisis in PDP. Their primaries have been nullified because the primary was fraught with corrupt practices and so on. It was never discussed. They accepted their judgment as if nothing has happened. If he was in our party, our opponents, the PDP, we instigate stories. Oh, APC could not participate in the election in social state. So we do not lay claim to a family but has members who will be so docile that they can't argue among themselves, or even sometimes seemingly want to fight. But that is the hallmark of democracy. It can only be unusual when we fight each other, we quarrel with one another, we develop that level of animosity that we become incapable of sitting down, putting on our thinking cap, reminding ourselves that what binds us together is much more than whatever divides us. So I think that God is never wrong. He has allowed what has happened to happen so that we all can learn. Everybody will examine his conscience and strengthen those bonds of friendship, bonds of collegiality, and work as a family. I'm very honored to be able to preside here as chairman of this party. And I believe that every one of my colleagues of the NWC is honored. Out of millions of our members, the last time we did registration, we have up to 16 million members. So if out of those 16 million members, we have 21 of us elected to represent and function as the governing board or as the management of that great party, obviously it's a great honor. And for all of you with whom we have worked this past since, I believe, June 24, 2018, you will agree that if there is any job you truly call selfless job, this is it. There are days I recall we worked 3 days without break. I have photographs of some of my colleagues. They will sleep, we take their pictures, they wake up, I will show them. Because we are determined to meet and beat deadline for the good of our party. We have shared moments of pain, moments of challenges, but God has seen us through those. And as I reflect, I see that no matter what anybody wants to say, God has been merciful, God has been faithful. And our party has triumphed even against all predictions in terms of the presidential election, National Assembly election, and all the other things that have happened. I remain proud that under the leadership of this NWC, we sat here to decide who we are going to market as president of the Senate. Yeah. And to our collective credit, I believe we achieved that. We sat here and worked out zoning formulas in the 2 chambers of the National Assembly, speaker to everybody. With all the initial anxieties, thanks to our collective spirit, we achieved something that was not achievable since 2015. So if we have passed those tests, those tempting moments, those temptations, I think God intended us not just to survive for election purpose. He wants us to run our party in a way that others will be envious of what we have accomplished. And I believe that not a few are envious of what we have accomplished. How easy is it to have been able to work and democratically vote out a ruling party, and we have taken over? How easy was it for us to achieve Kwara State in total, to recover Gombe State? I can go on and on and on. With all the challenges, we have recovered Imo State. Even as we speak, there are cases in court. I pray that they are resolved in our favor. So I think that while we can, our opponent want to amplify the questions that we didn't answer correctly, we must also remind people of the ones we answered 100%. So today, we have come here to remind our members nationwide that this NWC is not divided. It is true, we had argument. It is true, at some point, the temper may have been high. It is true, some people may have been provoked to try to approach the courts. But it is also true that deep in our hearts, no one of us wants to destroy our party. Not any of us who spend 3 hours non-stop. And even those who are not here, that we call midnight at 2 a.m. Tomorrow we are sending you to Soso State. Please don't say no. And they all obliged. Many people have made sacrifices. Let me also say, I'm the first to admit that I am not the best chairman in the world, and I will never be. But no one can fault my sincerity or purpose. My style can only be my style. But I recognize that I must reconcile my style to the styles of others so that we meet middle of the road. So, and it is the hallmark of democracy, the capacity to transform our divergent views and even, you might say, conflicting orientations sometimes, but no conflicting interests, mission, and vision. So I want to thank all my colleagues who are here, and even those who are not here. And I want to appreciate our president with all the challenges he faced, that he has time to listen to those who approach him with a view to ensuring that our party remains on course. And I want to appreciate our governors elected on the platform of our party, who, regardless of whatever anybody feels, I have absolute respect for each and every one of them, and I have personal relationship with each and every one of them. But I also recognize that the fact of having personal relationship is not enough not to have differences and even suspicion. The weapon against suspicion is more dialogue, and more dialogue.
Yes, sir.
People probably need to be reassured that I am not capable of being biased by the very background that I come from. And I recognize that one tree can never make a forest. I ever thought that tree might think of itself. So I am a believer in conversation. I am a believer in contestation. I am also a believer in conflict resolution. And I believe God will give us the will. He will preside over our meeting today, as He has presided over the affairs of our party over the years.
Yes, sir.
And those who are thinking we are coming here to box, I wear no boxing gloves. I wore this clean because it's the whitest I could get from my wardrobe. I wanted to wear complete white to send a message of peace. And if Mustafa decided to wear red, to remind us that we come from the same tradition of militant, socialist, democratic principle. So I think everybody has come with a good heart. Yeah. And I ask God to strengthen this heart to see us through this moment. We are going to bounce back stronger. Yeah. I hope picture on purpose. Because, you know, we from the South, we have our own South tradition. But let me reassure him that the friendship that we have built this past a year and 9 months, the food we have shared together, those jokes, those visiting of people's homes,
and the other one.
I know the other matter that you are on your own. I am a Catholic, and I am guided by the doctrine of my faith. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me also appreciate the judiciary and the comment made yesterday by the presiding judge at the Court of Appeal. And I'm sure none of us here will disagree with him. He said, and I hope I can quote him, he will expect political parties to develop internal mechanism for resolving their differences without coming to approach us in court. Now, if a judge says that to us and we refuse to listen, are we not our own enemies? I believe we have all listened, and we will prove the forces of division outside the APC wrong. Every one of us here has made enemies, not on account of our personal interest, in the course of defending our party. We have attacked people in opposition party, not because we have personal differences, in defense of the corporate interests of APC. If I have any energy left, I want to expend it defending this party and attacking those this party should attack, not to destroy them, but to defeat them in every election. And I believe in moments like this, when the elections are over, we as NWC look at our constitution. It says that we shall interrogate those elected on the platform of our party. We shall meet with them, we shall invite them to share with us what they are doing in their states and at the federal level. As we meet here now, any one of us, and I believe we all do have those feelings, will appreciate that we are facing huge challenges. We have a budget that was crafted on the basis of certain assumptions. The foundation for those assumptions has now been shaken such that our projected revenue from the oil sector has dropped by almost 50%. That has huge challenges for a party that is committed to fighting poverty. But the expectation of Nigerians has not diminished because our revenue has diminished. Our responsibility as a party now is to engage with government. What do we do differently in the light of this reality so that our party and government elected on our platform delivers our promises to Nigerian people? I watched a television this morning. I saw two things. First, those who are anxious, he said WC going to meet. How will they meet? Social money charge, is it not the charge? But before that story, there was also a story that they discovered one more coronavirus in Lagos from someone who arrived in Nigeria on the 13th of January, or sorry, 13th of March. As a party, are we not entitled? This is not a matter for experts alone. It's a matter for our party. If other countries are closing their borders, if America says Europe, stay in Europe, Canadians close their borders with America, others are doing that. Can we not have a conversation as party leadership entrusted with the management to say to our government, are we going to be the only country that open borders to country where this virus is rampant? Must we allow those airlines to come in? I think these are the kind of things we should spend more time doing. The Nigeria project, not who become chairman. If I'm a chairman that I can't walk the streets of Nigeria with pride because my party hasn't done what they expected, I cannot be a happy chairman. And I don't think any of you will be a happy member. So I ask us, in addition to putting whatever has happened behind us, to find the time to have objective conversation on how we can generate ideas to support our government and engage the Ministry of Health as to why our borders, air border that is, why British Airways should continue to fly to Nigeria or any airline from Europe, when Europe itself is regulating flights between and within their country. I want to spend time on something that concerns Nigerian people. I didn't come to just be a chairman because I wasn't really unemployed. And none of you, from what I know, was unemployed. What brought us here is the fact that we have a party that we have formed, not to create positions for chairman or deputy chairman or secretary or acting secretary, but so that we can deliver for Nigerian people. Nobody in government will tell us that they are more concerned than us who are not in government. And our constitution says engage them, interrogate them, interface with them, and share ideas with them. I think we should use this today's CWC, even if it's 1 hour. Spend quality time deliberating on this issue and come out with something that we can push to government at the federal level, push to government at the state level. Let it not be said that we were formed just for election purpose. When I hear commentaries about how we go to survive 2023 as a party, I think what is more productive is, are we going to be able to deliver on the promises we made before 2023 on security, on economy, on anti-corruption? This is what should engage us, and I believe we will do just that. So I want to thank all my colleagues of the NWC. I want to thank the media men and women. Although I've told the media you are all men, however it is called, I appreciate you. You have been with us. And I appreciate those who have come today who are not usually regular here. But please assure the Nigerian people, we are all humbled with the privilege we've been given to serve this party. We don't promise we will not make mistakes, but we'll be humble enough to own up to those mistakes, make amends so that our party will grow from strength to strength. Thank you.
The national chairman.
Gentlemen, there are no questions, so I ask you, you may wish now to go and
Kabaka is here.
Thank God for today.
That's so.
The peace have emerged in our party.
Can say that again.
The peace have emerged in our party. We need peace.
That's so.
Only violent people that come and destroy our party.
That's so.
Our party is so supreme. We love it.
That's so. Chairman is here. Chairman is here. What we are loyal. What do you have to say?
The authentic chair.
That's so.
We are blessed.
Party has come together as one,
Yes.
and one we shall be.
That's so.
Thank you.
God bless.
That's state chairman of APC. Those states. Okay, you just had the national chairman, Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole, where he addressed the press on resumption of office. Well, I don't need to say more. I don't need to say much. The truth is that you saw the way he spoke. That's the way I was talking before now. He talked about uniting the party. Said things like there's need to bring everybody together. That he as a person is a progressive, and we always be progressive. And on that note, he's going to do everything possible to make sure the party is united. There's no faction in APC. Oshomole is the national chairman, and you saw Victor Gadion there just now. Victor Gadion was there. You saw how he was seated because he's also a member of the NWOC, but we don't know what the NWOC they are going to decide today. We don't know what they are going to discuss, but we hope and wish and we believe to be for the progress of the we hope and believe that it's going to be for the interests of the party. That is what the national chairman has always stand for. You know, somebody said he's going to be doing a live video after this time. The truth is that I don't believe those lies because they are going to tell you guys now all sorts of things that are not correct. If you go and watch that scene now from this guy, he's going to broadcast. He said after this one, he's going to broadcast another scene on his own page. About something like that. Yeah, he's going to broadcast something else on his page. Don't listen to those nonsense because the truth is that all those things he's going to say, he has been paid for it. He has been paid to lie. He has been paid to lie to people. You saw it live just now while the national chairman was addressing the press. Well, some persons were asking, where is this sweating? Where is this sweating? This is one of these, is part of nature, you know, part of nature. And inside there just now, because of the crowd, it was just too overcrowded. And you see, the whole place there was no space for ventilation. There was no ventilation inside there just now. So it is only normal for a normal person, a normal human being to sweat. So you understand? So the sweat is a normal thing. You don't have to take it other way. Because anything that happens, people you always feel meaning to it. You always feel meaning to it. What on that? What else, sir? What?
No, you were there in the.
Okay. So please share this broadcast. Share this broadcast is very important. Share this broadcast for the world, for them to see, to hear what the national chairman has said. You know? So I want to use this medium to reassure you all that I will always bring nothing but the right news. I will bring it just the way it is. You understand? So the moment I tell you, you don't have to take those lies from other person, because anything I bring to you, they are genuine. Anything I tell you, it is the right is nothing but the right information. You see that the state chairman were all here, state chairman of APC from various states, they were all here to resume with the national chairman of the party. This is to show that the national chairman truly have a hold of the party, right from the grassroots. So anything that what brought him back is the majority of the people that are standing for him. I keep repeating it that minority cannot rule over majority. That was what Governor Hope Uzodinma was able to hold on to that minority cannot rule over majority. So that was the ground he had while the governors met, you know. And he said this thing in the presence of the president too. The president saw the need to reason to tell other governors, please listen to Hope Uzodinma. I don't think he's saying the right thing. You see, the governors because the president was like, I can such person. This man he saw Hope Uzodinma as a very reasonable somebody, and he saw the need for him to tell other governors to also reason with Hope Uzodinma. So thank you. Please, if you are watching, kindly share this broadcast. Thank you very much. All right.